Apex Legends Season 23 dropped a few hours ago, at least I'm recording this, and we finally got the patch notes. I'm going to be running through the official Season 23 Apex Legends patch notes for you guys in this video. A decent amount of stuff to actually cover, but I feel like this season's going to be another one of those seasons, at least kind of looking at it, it's one of those seasons that they're kind of trying to base off of nostalgia, which I don't think it's really going to work. The game is currently, at least for the end of Season 22, the game, especially on console and PC, has seen some of the lowest player numbers of all time, record low player numbers. I do not think this season's going to really revive the game that much, or at least to the point where we're gonna like break any type of records. Maybe we'll see an increase of players at the start of the season like we always do, but I think throughout this season we're probably going to hit like record low play numbers again, just looking at a lot of this content. But a lot of stuff to talk about. There's actually a decent amount of like actual changes to the game, not really content wise, but like quality of life wise, which is kind of cool. So a lot of stuff to talk about. I'll just be reading the patch notes. If you guys want to see the notes yourself, they're on the Apex Legends EA website if you guys want to go check them out. Not going to be too much on screen. I'll probably just throw some gameplay in the background for you guys, and I'm going to kind of go through the patch notes. There is some stuff I do want to talk about. I'm not going to try and make this video incredibly long, but I do want to cover everything that's kind of the most important. First thing I'll throw on the screen for you guys right now, we're just going to get right into this. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video if you guys want more of this. We got the new LTM, which is the only thing that's actually available. It's the only thing they actually force you to play this. There's no regular Battle Royale. The only mode to start the season off is Launch Royale, which I think is kind of something that's just really stupid, because a lot of people like me don't want to play an LTM or like the Launch Royale. Pretty much what it is, it pretty much drops you into like the OG King's Canyon, and it has like a lot of the other, there's like loot ticks and a bunch of other stuff that's from like the OG start of the game. It's kind of an LTM in that type of aspect. There you go. No evil armor and like ability upgrades, just that type of thing. So it pretty much forces you to play the old style of game. At least for me, I don't want to play the 2019 version of the game. The 2019 version of the game was garbage. Granted, I didn't play until I think it was like Season 8. So at least from what I've heard, though, like the launch of the game was really, really bad. So I don't know why they're forcing us to play this as the only game mode to start the season off, unless it's currently bugged in game. But at least as right now, in game, the only mode is Launch Royale, which is really stupid. So unless you want to go sit and play ranked, I guess. If they're literally forcing you to play ranked if you don't want to play this, which kind of sucks. So if you guys like OG Battle Royale from 2019, OG King's Canyon, along with all the other shit that's no longer going to be in this mode, like the abilities and evil shields and a bunch of other stuff, then by all means go play it. But I do not like it at all. I haven't even touched it yet. I haven't even played it yet, so. Got Lifeline revived, a Lifeline rework, which is really questionable. The first thing with this thing, with like Lifeline being reworked, is why does Lifeline need to be reworked when she's already one of the top best legends in the entire game? If you're going to be reworking a legend, they need to rework something. Like my first top legend that I would rework personally would have been Mirage. I think Mirage needs an entire rework. Or even, there's people that say Ash needs a rework. There's a few other ones. Rampart's one of them. It's kind of common on like a rework list for a lot of people. Out of all the legends in the game, they rework Lifeline. One that already was doing really well and had a really high player rate and a really good win rate, especially at like your lower to mid tiers of play for your average players. I don't know. I'm not going to go through all her abilities. If you guys want to check them out, like, go in game, play her. The patch is live, at least when I'm recording this. I haven't played with her or against her yet. As I'm recording this, I haven't played at all, really. So, patch actually just ended up downloading here. Got done downloading here a little bit ago. So, I'm not going to go through all these abilities. Is she going to be broken? Probably. She's probably going to be the best legend in the entire game, especially with a lot of these support changes, which we're going to get into for the entire support class, which is really broken. We got Rift Relics. Pretty much what this is, it's pretty much like a free loot pack that pops out mid-match, and it gives you like a bunch of stuff, free stuff, or like OG type of stuff, like older type of weapons, like Wingman with like heavy ammo, and there's a few other things that like it'll throw out for you, like all the old really old weapons like an R99 with like the mid-range marksman optics, that type of shit, or like really old alternator with, I don't know, I forgot what, I think it was disruptors, or there was some other old hop-up on it as well. There was a few other old hop-ups that actually got removed from the game that'll actually be in these type of ticks, pretty much. It just gives you a bunch of old OP weapons. That's pretty much what it really is. Kind of a mini OG, like, care package, but a little less powerful than a care package, I guess. Whatever. Support Legend class perks. This year is going to break the game. After this patch, y'all, for Season 23, I think for supports, if you want to win, especially in ranked, you are forced to use a support on your team. You need to have a support hero or a support legend on your team, especially with these support changes. Support class perks, heal expert. These are the entire support class gets all these, by the way. Support legends now move at full walk speed while healing, and the amount from small meds is doubled. That's huge. Revive expert. All support legends now gain 25% faster revives and grant allies health regen on a successful revive. This health regen will restore an ally to full health, but can be cancelled by incoming damage. So you can actually revive somebody to full health, just being a support legend, which is fucking crazy. That's broken. Support legends will also now receive this full health regen if revived as well. So if somebody else revives you just because you're a support legend, you'll go back to full health if you don't get shot at or take damage. That's broken. Support legends are probably the most OP class in the entire game after Season 23, y'all. They're going to have to change some of these, or like remove some of these from the supports. They can't have all this. This is way too much. I understand there was a few of the supports that were kind of lacking, like Mirage and one or two other ones, maybe. But, like, this is way overboard. They are just fucking gigabuff supports. That is crazy. Additionally, banner crafting and ally death boxes now spawn a mobile respawn beacon. So if you craft somebody's banner, it'll just throw out a respawn beacon for you. And then, like, anybody that, if your opponent or if your allies die, they'll end up having a mobile respawn in their box if you happen to be a support legend. That's broken. Support legends can now see mobile respawn beacons inside of death boxes. Collecting banners will automatically make or take a mobile respawn beacon from an allied death box. So that's crazy. Like I said, y'all, support legends just got giga buffed. Like every single one, especially with like all these perks. Crazy perks. Skill display, we got a new, I don't know what this actually is. I don't know what it is. It's some type of, I don't know, what is that, like some type of, we got a new quality of life thing for ranked, it looks like, where you can actually see how much you're gaining per match. Okay. You're gonna need a lot more than that for ranked, I can tell you that right now, because ranked still fucking sucks ass. It is the worst ranked out of, I think, any game currently. And even Overwatch is even better. And that's saying a lot, because Overwatch sucks. Got a new $200 heirloom. I don't know if you guys have money, go throw it down the toilet. Not going to talk about this very much because I don't give a fuck. These are the same people that literally went on an investor call earlier last week and said that Season 22, again, majorly performed monetarily wise, like worse than they expected. So, of course, they're going to keep throwing cosmetics at us. And there's dumb fucks that keep on buying them. If you're one of those dumb fucks, then I don't know what to tell you. If you have that type of money to throw away at a fucking throwing knife cosmetic, like literally, I could use the money way more. Throw me a super chat, please. Or become a channel member down below, that'd be great. I can use the money way more than multi-billion-dollar EA respawn, that's for sure. Patch notes. Battle sense. Better health, state awareness, and feedback. They finally added voice lines for when you're low on health or low on shields. That's cool. Added a prompt to heal when players are low. That's cool. Added voice lines or when people are low on ammo. That's nice. I don't know why we haven't had that in forever. Why are we first getting that now? I don't know. Care package. The devotion's back on the floor loot. The havoc is actually into the care package now. Deadly accurate. They have a select fire on beam shot, which that is really crazy. I don't know, is the Havoc going to be probably the best care package weapon after this? Maybe, I'm not sure. Gold weapon, we got the Mastiff, Longbow, L-Star, Hemlock, and Car on the ground loot for gold weapons. Crafting stations. All legends can now craft banner cards. So that they took it away from the supports only. They gave the supports all the other gigabuffs to their role, and now every single legend in the entire game is going to be able to craft banners at a crafter. You want to know who's going to be really mad at this? Your pro players and your higher ranked players. Your average players like me, or like your shitty players that actually just want to have fun and play the game, this is a great change. But I guarantee you all the pro players and all the higher ranked players are going to bitch and complain about this. I guarantee you. That's something they're not going to like because they're going to say it dumps down the game. Loot bin resets. Gold bins now spawn after few pieces of gold with fewer pieces of gold loot. Okay. Mythic bin updates can now be tracked and pinged through walls. Blah blah blah. I'm not going to really talk about that very much. If you guys want to read it, go ahead. Not really too important. Ammo attachments. Boosted loader now goes on to the Sentinel. That's interesting. We're going to see that in a bit. Gun shield regenerator cooldown actually increased to 10 seconds. Hammer points, they reduce the spawn rate on hammer points. That's just a nerf to Mozambique for sure. Which actually by default nerfs the RE45, so that kind of sucks. They we got the weapon changes. L-Star, they're buffing the damage on the L-Star. Gold magazine now reduces the cool-off time more than purple mags. Smoothed out the cool-off animation. Is the L-Star still going to be bad? Yeah, it's still going to be really bad. Probably one of the top 3 worst guns in the game still. I don't think there's enough to save it. Really, really garbage. They buffed the longbow's damage by 5, whatever. Still not really the greatest. Really mid. P2020 Akimbo's base hipfire improved. Whatever, I think they're still going to be mid. Here's one that I really like. I love the Rampage, one of my favorite guns to use. The Rev State increased the decay rate, reduced cost per shot. So it's going to decay passively a lot faster, but if you're shooting, it'll actually decay a lot slower than before. So I encourage you to actually use it offensively, or just holding on to it. Significantly increase the energized capacity, and successfully charging up the Rampage with a Thermite will also trigger a reload. So you can actually charge it when you're actually at no ammo, and just charging it up, it'll actually reload it automatically for you, which is a really nice quality of life change. Kind of cool. Sentinel. Charging up the Sentinel with a boosted loader equipped within activation criteria will overload the next mag, and as if it was with a boosted loader, so that's really cool. Increase the energized capacity, increase the energized total time. So if they're pretty much buffing the Sentinel, they're kind of incentivizing you to charge it up with a shield cell. That's kind of cool. And successfully charging up the Sentinel with a shield cell will also trigger a reload, kind of the same thing as the Rampage. Sentinel, if you do want a sniper, I think the Sentinel is probably still going to be probably the best one in the game, apart from the Kraber, for sure. They're buffing the Spitfire. That's cool. I don't know if the Spitfire is kind of a brain dead gun. I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but whatever. For your garbage players or like your mid-average players like me, that's always a good change because I like the Spitfire. It's easy to use. Peacekeeper, choke its speed increased, whatever. Triple take, choke speed increased. Fire rate slightly increased. That's nice. Small buff for the triple take's always good. We got some legend changes next. Like I said, here's all the changes for the support class. We already talked about all those. Conduit. Savior speed now works on allies' death boxes and crafters when a banner can be retrieved. So I think that's for passive, actually. Also works on that. Now works without min-range limit on downed allies. And now works on respawn beacons and mobile respawn beacons when carrying an ally banner. So pretty much your passive gets a lot more value, even when your teammates aren't alive, which was the main issue. So you're going to get a lot more value out of using Conduit, which is really cool. An upgrade battle pack, in addition to an extra battery per stack, you know, now shows the battery count on death boxes, whatever, still garbage. Crypto. Oh, they nerfed Crypto, y'all. They nerfed his best and the only reason to actually play him. Thanks, pro players. Another change to where the pro players complained and they listened to the pro players. And then you wonder why the player numbers are at the lowest of all time. Keep listening to those pro players. They are sure good for the game. Now it actually takes ring damage. So the drone actually takes ring damage. I'm pretty sure that was a change that the pro players wanted, because that was being abused in pro play. Keep in mind, 1% of the player base, y'all. 1% of the player base got this changed for the majority. That does not even take that into consideration at all. Upgrades off the grid. Players within 20 meters of Crypto will now be able to spot a faint cloaking flicker every 1.5 seconds to help identify Cryptos nearby. So pretty much what this is now they change it to where this upgrade is pretty much fucking useless. It literally does nothing. You're gonna be spotted and you're gonna be shot down every fucking time, every time you flicker. Anybody that has any type of awareness is gonna fucking kill you when you're in your drone. So this upgrade is pretty much fucking useless. Thanks, pro players. It's not a new season where pro players ruin a legend for the entire player base, apart from them. Fuck you. Fuck the pro players. It's another problem with this fucking game. They keep catering to the fucking pro players. Fuck the pro players. They are ruining the fucking game. They've been ruining the game since the start of the game back in 2019. Gibraltar, Dome of Protection, they reduced it down to 17 seconds. That's almost half. That's crazy. No longer destroyed by EMP or Maggie's Wrecking Ball. That's broken. That's busted. So they just pretty much fucking giga buffed Gibby. Gibraltar's back in the meta, y'all. You're gonna see Gibraltar on every fucking team again. That's fun. Oh, that's fun. I'm not even going to talk about the rest of it, because the rest of this shit that we don't even need to read more. That's with those two changes alone, he's going to be back in meta. Horizon, new battery pack, so pretty much the same thing that they gave to Conduit, whatever. I wish they would nerf Horizon. There's no nerfs to Horizon here. Already, that's a huge L. I think Horizon should have been nerfed. Mirage, whatever. Health bars no longer show during Ultimate to give away the real Mirage, whatever. I guess that was I thought that was a bug, but I guess that was just a change they needed to do. I think Soul Mirage is going to be, like, way better anyways, but whatever. Just because of all the support changes, but I think out of all the supports, he's still going to be probably the worst one. Newcastle, they buffing Newcastle again? Can now be repositioned even when Newcastle is downed. That's broken. The mobile shield can be controlled while you're on the ground being killed after you get downed. That's a bit broken. Retrieve the wounded. So now you actually, depending on the shield type you have, it'll give you an extra 50% health, whatever. And you got some other upgrades. If you guys want to read through this, like, this video is getting to be incredibly long. I gotta start speeding it up because there's a lot of legend changes. If you guys want to read through a lot of this, by all means, go and read through it. But I don't really give a shit about Newcastle. Who cares? Revenant Forge Shadows will now regen up to 50 health instead of instantly refreshing after 3 seconds. Watson got a bit of a change to one of her perks because they changed the support passives. So, pretty much what you're going to get is you can revive allies faster and with HP regen. So, even though you're not a support legend in the support class, you can use this perk to pretty much be one. That's kind of what it is. Modes, we have Launch, POI, or Royale. If you guys want to go check this out and read everything that's here, by all means, go through it, whatever. I'm not going to read through all this. There's a lot of stuff here that's either removed from the game or brought back with this that was originally in the game. Straight Shot Revival's back. Trio's Revival is going to be coming back here in December. I don't know why Trio's Revival isn't already in the game. Why are you forcing people to play the OG launch game mode that's an LTM? I don't know. Rift Relics. There's a bunch of Rift Relics here. That it shows everything that's in there. I'm not going to sit and read through every single one. And then map rotations. We got Broken Moon, Storm Point, and World's Edge back for pubs and ranked. So they took Kings Canyon out of the pubs and ranked rotation to put it into a fucking shitty LTM. And it's not even the actual good version, it's the shitty OG Kings Canyon version that sucks. Wow, that sucks. This season's already off to a bad start. Entry, oh, we actually got some rank changes, y'all. I actually didn't expect this. Lower entry costs above platinum tier. Okay, well who cares? Who cares? That's for like your lower tier or like your higher tier players, which I guess a decent amount of people are in platinum, which is great for platinum tier players, but not many people are in Diamond or Masters Plus, and if you are, you just play the game non-stop, or you're a sweat that just either cheats, or you 3-man, or you're sitting in a 3-stack or being boosted half the time, or you're probably somebody that 6-mans or cheats in some type of way, so whatever. Or at least that's most of the players nowadays. Not very many people play a rank that actually play legit anymore, which is really sad. Maybe change display changes, whatever. What else we have? Graphics. I'm not gonna really talk about that very much. Bug fixes, you guys can go through those if you guys want to read those. Pause the video. Some quality of life changes. Apex packs. Firing range stuff. There's a lot of stuff on here like quality of life changes, like bug fixes stuff that you guys can check out for yourselves. But I don't know, overall, like the majority of the season, there's a lot of good stuff here, but at the same time, there's also a lot of like stuff that's really questionable or it kind of sucks. So I don't know. For a launch season, especially after season 22 ending with record low play numbers on console and especially on PC, will this season be enough to actually bring the game back in like an upward spiral? I don't know. Maybe for the start of the season for 1 or 2 weeks, but there's not enough here to keep people interested. And them trying to play off nostalgia with like the OG Kings Canyon coming back temporarily and all this other shit. Like, it's just a temporary band-aid. It really is. It really doesn't fix any of the major issues with the game, and that's the major problem they've been having since like season 17 onwards. And it's the same thing for this season. Will it be fun for some people to go back and play the old Kings Canyon map and all the other old shit being added back in, or what that type of shit for the LTM? Yeah, it will. But it'll get bored really quickly, and it's just kind of a band-aid. Nothing actually gets fixed, so that's the main issue. So you're either forced to play ranked, or you're forced to play the LTM for the start of the season as well. And if you're somebody like me that doesn't give a fuck about the old LTM, like the OG Kings Canyon, all that type of shit, then I'm either forced to play ranked, or I have to suck it up and go play it anyways. There's no option to play regular trios or quads, which is really fucking stupid. I have no idea why that's the case. There's also no new legend. There's a rework for a legend that didn't need one. There's no new legend. There's no new map changes apart from OG Kings Canyon, which is an LTM. Like, what else is there? There's really nothing else here content-wise. A battle pass. A shitty battle pass. Probably the worst one we've gotten so far, at least from what I've seen. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of Season 23 in the comments down below. I'm going to get out of here. I will be live Friday night with some Season 23. If you guys want to drop by for some Apex Legends, we'll be checking out the new season on stream and playing on stream with you guys. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll be live Friday night around about 8 AST. Feel free to drop by. I'm going to get out of here. Peace out, everybody.